Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Welcome to another episode of Action Video Game Talk. I'm your host, Scott Action Jackson. Thanks for joining me today, or tonight, or whenever you're watching or listening to this episode. I do have another list of news articles to go through, so let's go ahead and hop right into it. Square Enix has revealed that Final Fantasy X-10-2 HD Remaster will make its way to PlayStation 4 on May 12th. The package was released on PlayStation 3 and Vita in 2014. Features remastered graphics from the original PlayStation 2 release, as well as reworked music in Final Fantasy X. The PlayStation 4 version will include the exclusive option to switch between the remastered music and the original recordings in Final Fantasy X, as well as cross-save functions with the PlayStation 3 and Vita versions. Those playing on the PlayStation 4 can utilize the remote play feature of the PlayStation Vita to play away from their console. Square Enix has also revealed a special pre-order bonus, an exclusive desktop calendar featuring artwork. So there will be some additional features for the PlayStation 4 as well. You'll be able to switch between the remastered music on the PlayStation 4 remastered music and the original recordings. I wonder if that'll be kind of like how they did with the original Halo Anniversary Collection, where you were just able to maybe push a button and switch between the remastered graphics and the original graphics. It will still have the cross-save function and have the remote play with the PlayStation 3 and Vita versions. Well, the cross-save function with the PlayStation 3 and Vita versions, along with the remote play feature with the Vita, which is a great idea, especially for people who still have it for the PlayStation 3 and Vita. Now, as far as this pre-order bonus, I don't know if this is going to be exclusive for actual stores or if it's maybe something that will just be exclusive to the Square Enix website, this little desktop calendar. But right now, I'm looking forward to this X-10-2 HD remaster for the PlayStation 4. I'm definitely looking more forward to this than the bullshit crap that they're releasing for Final Fantasy VII. Fucking screw. Lionhead Studios has confirmed that Fable Legends, its upcoming take on the 4 vs 1 approach, won't cost you anything to start playing. The title will be free to play rather than a retail or premium digital game. Speaking with Kotaku UK, Lionhead creative director David Eckelberry confirmed the business model. Fable Legends will borrow from the MOBA model of rotating heroes. 4 will be available at any one time. If you choose to keep playing after they are off the free roster, you can pay. Then those characters will rotate back in. You keep your experience and equipment you've earned from them. We're taking on a lot of risk, Eckelberry told Kotaku UK. I accept that, and so does Microsoft, but there's no risk for you as a player. The title will launch with a number of missions, with expansions planned. Lionhead says that there won't be traditional free-to-play paywalls or recharging energy. Whether there will be an in-game currency that can be earned to unlock characters like League of Legends offers has not yet been revealed. The title still has a 2015 release date, as Lionhead plans to grow the ongoing closed beta, which is under NDA. It was announced in the recent Windows 10 event that the title will allow cross-platform play for Xbox One and PC users. Lionhead has shared some information on its own site about what players can expect. In addition to being able to purchase heroes, you'll also be able to buy customization options. You'll earn silver for playing, but gold can be purchased with real money. These currencies can be spent on heroes and customization items, some only with gold. Villains will be able to purchase new creatures and traps with silver or gold. So the good news is that Fable Legends is going to be a free-to-play game. The bad news, well, kind of bad news, is you're still going to have to maybe possibly buy some in-game currency with real money. Now, they said it's supposed to be based off a MOBA model of rotating heroes, unless, of course, you're playing as the villain. To me, from what I'm hearing, this is still going to sound a lot better than that Connect Fable game. But then again, I'm not really too much into these type of games anyway. I just miss like the original Fable and Fable 2 games. You know, where you have your one character you play as, not 4 characters to switch between. Blizzard has taken a significant step away from subscriptions in World of Warcraft. The company has announced a plan to let players exchange in-game gold for game time, but also real money for gold. This will work via the WoW token system. Players will be able to purchase tokens via the real money shop. These are then sold at the auction house, where players can spend gold on them. When redeemed, each token is worth 1 month of game time. The flip side is that players will be able to receive in-game gold via a real money purchase, via a 2-step process. The amount of gold will be set by the WoW economy, which varies by server and time. Players will receive the amount quoted at the time of listing regardless of the sale price. The token system will arrive in an upcoming patch. Pricing details have yet to be announced. Blizzard said it is implementing the system to provide a secure method for players to purchase gold, something that was previously prohibited. The publisher says that third-party gold purchases are a leading cause of compromised accounts. So from what I'm reading here, this is being able to purchase in-game gold with real money. And not only that, but you can exchange the in-game gold for game time. So instead of trying to purchase those 60 days or 2-month cards, you can actually spend your in-game gold for playtime on World of Warcraft. Which, I could see that working. But then again, they said here towards the end of it, it's like, you know, some gold purchases have been compromised, some accounts. So, all I'm saying is, you need to be careful with this kind of stuff. And hopefully Blizzard will be, you know, watching and keeping an eye on how some of the stuff is being how some of the transactions will be with this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'd say people who have been playing WoW and have built up a lot of gold in the game will probably be doing this and using it to build up time for WoW. Because I was a player for a while, and if I had so much gold to do this, I would be all over it. But this is going to be kind of part of a patch that's going to be coming out, I think they said soon. Yeah, the token system will be arriving in an upcoming patch, so you know, if it's an upcoming patch, it might be within maybe a few months. You're probably better off keeping an eye on the World of Warcraft or Blizzard website for any kind of news as far as that. Interplay has announced plans to revive its 16-bit fighting game series ClayFighter. The title first arrived on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in late 1993 before coming to the Sega Genesis. You can play ClayFighter on the Wii Virtual Console now if you're feeling nostalgic. Or you can wait until 2016 when Interplay releases a remastered version on PC. The developer is planning for 20 characters, 20 stages, no gameplay mechanics, and yes, claytalities. No images or video is available yet. Yeah, you heard that right. There's going to be a remake of ClayFighter. ClayFighter was kind of a goofy little fighting game, which was released on Super Nintendo, Genesis, and then I think they made maybe a few sequels. I think at one point there was one on the Nintendo 64. I think the last one was on the Nintendo 64, unless they threw one on the PlayStation 1. They said that there's going to be 20 characters, 20 stages, and claytalities. Claytalities. Okay. Now, the bad news is so far this is only going to be on PC, which might be, upsetting some people, not totally pissing them off, but it's like, I don't think that many people will actually care, except for those people who think that their PC is the almighty master gaming system. The ClayFighter games, I think they, like it says here, there's one, I think it's only one that's available on the Wii Virtual Console, or the Wii Virtual Console, my mistake. Apparently ClayFighter is available on the Wii Virtual Console. If you, well, would you actually be able to get it now? I mean, I thought the Wii shut off its internet functions, so I don't know if you'd be able to still get it or not. It shouldn't be that hard to maybe find maybe like a old original version of it, maybe on the Super Nintendo or Genesis, to maybe give you an idea of what's in store as far as how weird the game's going to be. Bethesda has lifted the 100 megabyte restriction on mods for Skyrim, and it's now being beta tested. The unlimited size is part of an update to the PC version's Creator's Kit 1.9.33. The Creator can be beta tested via Steam, as can the Skyrim launcher. The launcher no longer downloads mods from the Steam Workshop. The Steam client can do it instead. So for those out there that have been able to do these different mods and creations for Skyrim on the PC, you can now have unlimited amounts that you can create and expand upon. Now, with some of the modifications that I've seen, there is some very, very impressive ones and some funny ones. I know, the more common funny one has been like the Macho Man dragons, but the more impressive ones is being able to expand upon technically the Elder Scrolls lore by adding in, I think it's like Morrowind onto the Skyrim game. The one thing that I really wish Bethesda would do would be able to introduce some of these mods like the Morrowind add-on for the systems, because these look awesome. I wish some of the stuff would be able to be added for the system, but no, they won't do it, considering how much of a pain in the butt it was for Bethesda to get Skyrim on the PlayStation 3 completed. They probably won't. It'll be too much of a headache. Hell, some people are still waiting for Bethesda to announce Skyrim for the new generation systems, for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, which might be done, might not. I mean, they do have that whole little thing coming up at E3, which technically they could announce a remastering or a PS4 Xbox One edition of Skyrim. They could, but who knows. It'll probably just be more focused on newer games coming out, like the Elder Scrolls Online, and maybe they could announce a new Fallout game. So that does it for this episode of Action Video Game Talk. Once again, thanks for joining me today, or tonight, or whenever you're watching or listening to this episode. Later on, I will have the separate clips up if you want to check those out. Down below, I will have the Facebook link if you want to check that out. But also now, there is an email address. Yes, you fans who are watching or listening to this episode can actually send me emails if you want. If you have actual questions or comments about the episodes or the articles. So the email itself is actionvideogametalk@yahoo.com. I'll go and put that up on the screen as well. So until next time, bye.